Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna try and do a tutorial, a block by block building of my potion station, or whatever you can call it. And the hardest thing for me to explain is how redstone works, but I am going to try. And the redstone itself is quite easy. It's not that complicated at all. What does it a bit complicated is the use of the lectern and the book. And you can see here that this book has 15 pages in it, and that is because I want it to put out an extra redstone signal every time you turn the page. So here we are at page 1. It should now put out a signal strength of 1. And if you go on the back side, we can see that the comparator is sending out a redstone signal of 1. If we turn the page to 2, it is now sending out a redstone signal of 2. And that has activated this repeater, which in turn has turned off this torch. And I'm powering this block. That means that these pistons have retracted this block, and if I were to press this button, it will send a signal up this torch tower, activating this dropper, which has the nether wart in it, and with a little delay it will activate this dropper, which has golden carrots in it. And that is how this machine works. It's quite simple. And I also have these levers. For example, if you want a splash potion, you pull this and it activates this redstone line, and this circuit is exactly the same as the other circuit. So here you see the piston have retracted, and this is the same line that the button activates. But since this dropper is further away from the brewing stand, the gunpowder in this case will arrive after the golden carrot in the hopper chain. And that's how this circuit works. And you can also see here I have a out of stock light. So let's say we were to be out of glowstone dust, and we choose that one, the light comes on. And this is true for all the droppers. If any of them are empty, they will send out a signal when they are chosen. If I turn this off, the lights should turn off again. And I'm gonna put this back. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's start building. I have already prepared the wall itself. And that's pretty much self-explanatory. We have the 3 levers, lectern. Then you have a space of 3 with a button in the middle. And another space of 3 with the brewing stand in the middle. And hoppers pointing into the brewing stand. So let's start building this up. I'm gonna start by placing a row of 13 blocks behind the lectern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to take a comparator output from the lectern, and I now need this to be there. A little bit of redstone dust, and we are going down 1 and then up 1. You're gonna add repeaters, and a block on top with redstone dust and repeaters. All of these needs to be set at 3 ticks delay. Like so. And we are going to take a block in front of those, and we are going to set torches underneath like that, and pistons on top of these blocks. And here I am going to change color so that we can distinguish. Oh, that's in the wrong place. I find it simple to use different colors for different circuits, because if you use the same color everywhere, it's so much harder to see what's going on. That is just a little bit of a tip. And we are going out from that one. Oh, should have done that. And like so. And here we are going to use a repeater. Dust on this row. Repeaters on this one. And here we're gonna need a dropper like that. And a row of droppers sitting like that. We now need hoppers. Going across. This. And that is that circuit done. We can now go and build this circuit out. And that should be like that. Oh man, this one is like that. Oh, I built that wrong. Sorry. This needs to be one down. Like that. And we are going to do that. We are going to need repeaters on those. A repeater here, there, and here. Redstone dust on the rest of the yellow blocks. And torches like there. And a repeater here to boost the signal so that it reaches the end. And that should be the whole system built and working. However, I am going to add a system that tells you if any of these droppers is out of stock. And I'm gonna build this up and try to explain how it works afterwards. And there we go. Now we're gonna need to take a signal out from that line, going out to that light over there. And you're gonna do that by putting down a repeater, redstone dust, another repeater, and we are going to build a T flip-flop. So what a T flip-flop does is that it takes a signal in and actually a flashing signal in, and it will make it permanently on. It's like a automatically working lever. And we have a dropper going up, a dropper going into this hopper. The hopper is going down into that dropper. This dropper is going into that dropper. We are going to put one stackable item into the first dropper. This means that when this gets a signal, it will send the item up, over, and it will fall down into this dropper. And it will put out a signal turning this light on. The next time it gets a signal, it will push the item back into the first dropper. And the signal is coming from these observers. And I'm gonna try explain how this works, but I'm not good at explaining redstone. When this dropper has an ingredient in it, this torch is off. So I'm gonna choose night vision here on page 2, which has activated this circuit. And you can see this line turns off, which will push this block on top of this torch. And since there is an item in this dropper, nothing happens. If I now remove that one, you can see that this observer got pushed up, pulsing this line. And now you can see the chip flip-flop have been activated. The object is in this dropper instead of that, and it's putting out the signal. And if I am now to put back an item in this will be activated again, turning off that system. The same thing happens if I choose another page in the book. See, now it's turned off, and this has activated instead because that was also empty. And that's the drawback with this system. If you have several of these droppers empty at the same time and they are next to each other, it's gonna be a false reading. But it's better than nothing at all. And hopefully the odds of you having several of these empty at the same time shouldn't be that big of a problem. And I also want to mention that it might be a good idea to light this system up, because redstone is notorious to cause a little bit of lag because of the light updates it causes. So I recommend that you put a few light sources inside of this. And also because on these blocks, which doesn't have any redstone on it, mobs can spawn. And we don't want that, don't we? And on a side note, as you can see, I have the potion in a certain order, and you can have them in any order you like. Just remember to fill the droppers in the right order. As you saw, I had night vision, so this first dropper should have golden carrots. I had fire resistance, so that should be blaze powder. And this one should have nether warts. And I'm also going to tidy this up a bit, because you can see a lot of the redstone on the back, and we don't want that. So if we do this, that should take care of a lot of that. But that's pretty much it. I hope you have found this video helpful, even though I'm terrible at explaining redstone. And have a good one. Thanks for watching.